also known as Salina Car Guy. I just want to bring a few details today about the new 2020 Super Duty with the very interesting 7.3 liter gas engine, which is all new for 2020. Guys, this truck is all new from the ground up, and I know what you're thinking, it really doesn't look all that new, but I'll tell you what, in terms of refinement, drive quality, and everything else, it is different, and again, mentioning that 7.3 gas engine. We think we're going to see a turn away from some diesels. With people on that, it's going to have tremendous power, 430 horsepower and 475 foot-pounds of torque. It also has a 10-speed automatic transmission, which is all new to this truck this year. That transmission's already come up at half tons. We've got it in Mustang and some other products as well. The nice thing about that engine, or that transmission itself, is that it's going to give you a lot more gears for the engine to work with, so that engine doesn't have to have a huge rev range. And this engine's not tuned for just great on-road performance. It's tuned to be able to work, have longevity, and still have decent fuel economy. Guys, one nice thing about this truck, this is the Tremor Package, which is going to be one of the most desirable trucks to get this year. It comes with 35-inch tires from the factory. It's going to have a rock crawl mode, as well as a hill descent control mode. The electronics of that's going to give you a lot more capability in the truck as far as using it as an off-road vehicle, but it's still not going to affect the ability for this thing to tow and hold tremendous amounts of cargo. As you look at these trucks, as I said, one of the things you'll notice is the new surround on the headlamps. This has the quad beam headlights and surround. That comes in certain packages. It's not going to be on every truck you see. The biggest thing you're going to know is driving this truck. Let's walk around it a little bit and just look at how you're looking at this. This is the new iconic silver, which is a brand new color. Takes the place of the Ingot silver from last year. This truck has the step in the bed. Has the chainsaw camera up on the tail lights, and this one's already comes with a factory Ford tough liner sprayed in. Here at Long McArthur, we actually can do the same spray liner now as Ford can, even though the truck doesn't already have it, but this one already does. It already has a tow hitch on it. The truck's well equipped. It's going to have plenty of ground clearance. It's going to have special dampeners on the shocks with this Tremor package. This truck is very, very well equipped, starting right ready to go. Looking at the interior again, it's not going to look totally different from the other ones we've had in the past. Again, this is one of the very first ones we got in. I didn't get this one cleaned up. I wanted to get a video online today, guys. The other thing I want to do is go drive it, because that's what I can't seem to find people doing on the internet, is driving this truck and getting their impression of how it drives. So bear with us. We'll go do that soon. Thanks for listening, and we'll be right back. Hey guys, looking at the sticker on this, you'll see that the MSRP is $67,280. This truck's, again, very, very well equipped. It is a Lariat. It's going to have that Tremor package on it, the Lariat Sport package, which includes those headlamps on it as well as several other things. And we can go through this in more detail, but I said a lot of that's going to be just you guys deciding what you want on the truck. This does have the navigation system. It also has the Pro Trailer Backup Assist, which allows you to actually steer the truck on the 4x4 selector. Down by it, there's a knob you turn to actually steer the truck with a trailer behind it, and use the cameras to do such. Again, this one has a tailgate step adder, which is something I love, and Lariat value package. But again, at $67,280, this truck comes in at a great price compared to what else is out there. And give us a call, Long McArthur, look us up online. We can do discounts on some of these, and again, most dealers aren't going to on these trucks right now. So we are a leader in pricing nationwide. People come from all over the business at Long McArthur. Look for Darren when you do. I would love to help you guys. Hey guys, at the back of the truck, I did want to bring up the fact this does have a tailgate step built in. A lot of people have never seen these work. They used to be so that when you had the tailgate step in the tailgate actually, and what it would do is people couldn't slide things over it. Ford has made it now so that thing totally disappears into the tailgate, and when you fold it down, this thing, you still have that support to come out to make it much easier to get up in the bed. But again, when you're not using it, it just goes away. And unlike certain other companies, ours will not hit the hitch when you put the tailgate down and extend that. Hey guys, I'm back here with Josh Barnhart, a good friend of mine, and he's helped me film this video today. We're going to take this thing for a spin and see how it drives. Said I've spent very little time around this engine at all. I just went for my first ride in it this morning. So we're going to turn left and get on the interstate here and accelerate this thing up to about 75 miles an hour to about 3/4 throttle to give you guys some idea how good the acceleration is. Keep in mind this new transmission, this 10-speed, is marvelous in that you don't feel the thing shift at all. You're going to set, you can hear the engine there. And the truck's working hardly at all. It's just, we're probably getting close to that 75. Yeah, before even the top of the ramp at 3/4 throttle. The truck is very quick, very lively. It's going to be great in traffic. when we put a trailer behind it, it's going to even work better. Again, that 10-speed has the ability to keep the engine in whatever it needs to do, whether that be keeping it efficient or keeping it in the right range to produce the power it needs to work with the torque curve. But the torque curve is so broad to go along with that, the engine doesn't really have to rev at all. So
this is a quiet drive.
Oh, it's amazing. Josh, what do you think? You've spent a lot of time around our vehicles.
It's quiet, it's smooth. It's what I would expect from a Ford product.
Well, is it compared to your half-ton? I think it's as quiet as the half-ton truck is.
It's as quiet as my F-150.
And the ride's maybe a little more firm, but I don't feel a lot of difference.
It feels good on the highway.
Guys, and again, that's the one thing I hadn't seen is anybody driving the truck. And the mileage is going to be something we don't know much about. It said it's not showing much on it right now, but we can reset that and play with it a bit. But again, a new truck, it's hard to tell because some of these trucks will gain a ton between even 0 and 20,000 miles. So keep that in mind. Again, this truck does have Bang & Olufsen stereo. It has the 360-degree camera. There's a lot of amenities in here. So we'll go over a few more of those as I'm driving. We'll switch here in a minute. Hey guys, we're back here. I wanted to show you this 360-degree camera. That's something a lot of people don't know a ton about. When you put this in reverse, you can actually see where you can see all the way around the truck, and even when I start moving a little bit, it shows you all the way around the vehicle, everything, if there's the lines on the road, everything else. So if you're trying to maneuver around something, you get around it without hitting it. You can actually put it in drive as well. When you hit the camera, it'll actually you can actually get a front view as well. So you can see exactly where you're going. Kind of handy for rock crawling and or if you're trying to pull right up to something close. Kind of a really nice feature. And again, this has the lane keeping, all kinds of features you haven't been able to get in the past on Super Duty exist here. So keep that in mind. But then I'm going to drive it now. We're going to kind of head back towards the dealership and just I want to get my more impression of how it drives. And I've been in the passenger seat more than the driver's seat, but what I'm noticing is this thing is as quiet or maybe quieter than my 19 half-ton is, which says a ton for Super Duty. The level of refinement is unbelievable. Isolation, no feedback to the steering when you hit a bump. I said we'll just drive here for a few minutes and give you guys an idea of how quiet it really is. Because right now, this is the 1st of January in Salina, Kansas. We've got probably 25 to 30 mile an hour winds outside, and you're hearing no wind, especially when sitting still. Even when moving, there's very little wind noise in this truck. And again, I think it's as quieter than my half-ton is, which just blows my mind. Again, just partial acceleration. The thing, it's very easy. It feels car-like and it feels lighter than it is the way it drives. Of course, it is fairly light. It's got aircraft quality aluminum, military grade aluminum on the outside that lightens the truck. We still use a full steel frame. It's actually tougher. It's more resistant to hail and some other things, depending on how heavy it is. It has different properties. We had less damages and less claims overall in these trucks. This engine does have 430 horsepower and 475 foot-pounds of torque. And again, paired with this 10-speed transmission, it's going to be able to do all the work you want. It has more horsepower and torque than we had just a few years ago on diesel power stroke engines. You should be able to do everything you want to do with this truck and not have the upkeep of a diesel as well. We will be the most powerful V8 in class at this point as far as a gas engine. And I said again, I think you're going to see some movement away from that because people aren't going to need the diesel with as capable as this engine is. And again, we're going 55 miles an hour here now, and this truck's absolutely silent on a windy day. That's what I want to convey more than anything else, is how it drives. And if we kick it down, we want to pass somebody, it'll absolutely take off. I mean, it went from 55 to 70 in a big hurry. So if you're in the truck and you need to pass somebody, you're still going to have plenty of power to reserve for that. Hey guys, and don't forget, I've got salinacarguy.com is my web address. I'm also Salina Car Guys on Facebook, and then my YouTube channel is salinacarguy.com. So look me up there, like me, whatever you want. Again, hoping to do this, just get some information out there to people. Thank you.